In today's lesson, we are going to take a look at what osteoporosis is. Malia, Nicole, Eileen, and of course Herman will be joining us. All right? So in our last lesson, we looked at what bone is, and we talked about how the little cells called osteocytes inside of the bone respond to pressure, and when we put pressure or load our bone, it sends little signals to those osteoblasts and says, build bone, so we have nice strong bones. And then we also talked about how if there's no pressure put on our bones, the little osteocytes send signals to our osteoclasts, and those are little cells that say, take the bone away, we don't need it anymore. One thing I didn't mention in our last episode is that our bones will actually build in the direction that the pressure is put. So as we're pulling our muscles on the periosteum that pulls on the bone that says build or not build, the bone will take the shape of where the bone is being pulled. So for example, Malia has a flat thoracic spine. Her thoracic spine has adjusted to the way that she holds her posture. Okay? The actual bone has shaped to the way that those muscles pull on that bone. In me, I have these enormous scapula because as a little girl, I kept pinching my shoulder blades together, and so the muscles back there pulled on my scapula to make them grow bigger and bigger and bigger. What's glorious about this is if we change the way that we're pulling on the bones will reshape in a different direction. So my scapula are still large, but they're not as large as they were when I started doing this type of work. And Malia's thoracic spine will start to get a little bend in it if she continues to do her fancy forward folds and make that happen. Now, what happens in osteoporosis, one of the things that causes it is that we don't put any pressure on our bones. So you sit on your butt all day and do nothing, and the osteocytes send little signals to those osteoclasts and say, take the bone away, we're not using it. That is kind of how osteoporosis is made. It's one of the ways of being lazy. It also has to do with estrogen levels, and it also has to do with nutrition. But if you want to build your bones back up, you have to put pressure on your bones so that the little osteoblasts will go in and say, build more bone, we're using our muscles again, all right? So that is where Pilates comes in, is we do our wonderful exercises that puts pull on our bones, and then the osteoblasts can go and build us some more bone. All right, come back. One thing that is very important if you do have osteoporosis and you're starting your exercise program, you have to start gently, because your bones are more porous, or though there's no bone, you gotta build your bone, so you have to build your bone up gently. If you don't build your bone up gently, it fractures, and that's what happens when people get hip fractures or thoracic spine fractures. The bones kind of cave in on themselves because they get so porous they don't have any bone there. If you slowly and gently do little exercises and pull on those bones, they slowly and gently will build. If you go and lift a 400-pound weight, they can't handle it and they will crush. So we are going to do some modified Pilates exercises today that will slowly and gently build your bones without crushing them, hopefully. But if you do have osteoporosis, make sure that you have clearance from your physician to be doing regular exercise before working with us, all right? Let's start with some hip rolls. Lie down, ladies. Alrighty, bring your arms down by your sides. Find a nice neutral pelvis, tailbone down, 2 hip bones and pubic bone flat across the top. Gently have your elbows bent and your shoulder blades wide. Take a nice deep inhale in neutral. As you exhale, curl your pelvis under, squeeze your glutes and hamstrings, and sequence up and off through your spine. You're rolling up so your knees, your hips, your ribs, and your shoulders are in one long line. Good, deep breath. And now exhale from top to bottom, roll down. Open through your lower back and go back into neutral. Good. Go again. Deep inhale. Exhale, curl under into your imprint. Use your hamstrings to lift the hips, gliding the rib cage down. Feel your neck reaching out and long so you're not jetting your chin forward here. Deep breath in. And exhale, start from top to bottom and roll back down. Go again. Deep inhale. Exhale. Pull the tummy down and in. Sequence off. Reach out through your knees long. Deep breath. And roll down through your lower back. And back into neutral. Good job. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Hollow your belly. Squeeze the glutes and hamstrings and roll up. Deep inhale. And exhale. Soften from top to bottom. And roll yourself down. Good. All right, let's go into the torpedo. Flip over onto your bellies. Forehead is down. Arms are going to be down by your sides, but your shoulders are going to be rounded forward. So make sure your forehead is down. Good. Squeeze your legs together tightly and point your toes. Here we go. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Press your hands towards your hips. Now as you exhale, you're going to shoot your head out and long, lifting your chest off, but not going into a big extension. Keep your belly button in. Press your hamstrings down so you're in one long torpedo line. Deep breath. And now exhale, go back down and allow your shoulders to round forward. Good. Go again. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, hands to the hips. Exhale, shoot the head out, hollow your belly, reach through the toes, squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale, and breathe out and roll back down. Allow your shoulders to round forward. Good. Go again. Roll your shoulders back, hands to the hips. Exhale, torpedo yourself forward. Belly button is in. Take a breath and roll down. Good. One more of these. Roll your shoulders back, hands to the hips, and shoot your head out and long. Pull the belly up and in. Take a breath. And big exhale, go back down. Good. Excellent work, ladies. Go back into child's pose. Pelvis back to your heels. Good. Go ahead now and let's flip yourself onto your backs and we're going to go into our hundreds. So today we're going to keep our pelvis in neutral, we're going to keep our feet on the ground and our head on the ground, and we're going to work just in stabilizing our shoulders and our rib cage, moving our arms up and down. So find a nice neutral pelvis, squeeze your legs all the way tight together, deep breath. Now as you exhale, glide your shoulders down and lift your arms off from the ground about 2 to 3 inches, palms still facing down. Yep. All right. Remember sniffing through the nose for 5 counts, blowing through the mouth for 5 counts, and try not to let your head get bobbling around while you're doing this. Here we go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Use the ribs more. 30. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 40. 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 60. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 70. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 80. Inhale all the way to 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 90. All the way to 5. I'm not hearing it. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. 100. Take a breath and rest your arms down. Good job. All right. Keeping your legs bent, your knees bent, separate your feet sits bone distance apart, and we're going to go into one leg circle. Keep your pelvis in neutral, all right? Keep the ribs down, deep inhale. As you exhale, pick up the right knee, point your right toe, and make sure you can have that imaginary stake whoosh driven right into your left hip. Try not to let your left hip wibble wobble around, okay? Here we go. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, down and around. As you open the leg outside, don't let that left hip move. We'll just do 3 each direction today. Inhale in, Exhale, down and around. Keep that left hip down. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, down and around. Let's reverse it. Open it side. Keep the left hip down. Exhale, down and around. 1. Inhale, open it side. Exhale, down and around. 2. Inhale, open it side. Exhale, down and around. 3. Good. Go ahead and put your right foot down. Double check you're still in neutral. Deep breath. Exhale, pick up that left knee. Feel anchoring your right hip down. Here we go. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, down and around. Open it. 1. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, down and around. Open it. 2. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, down and around. Open it. 3. Reverse. Open it side. Exhale, down and around. Cross it up. Open it side. Exhale, down and around. Cross it up. Last one. Open side. Exhale, down and around, and bring it up. Good. Go ahead, put your foot down, and let's take a break. All right, welcome back. So one of the places that osteoporosis arrives in our body is in the femur of our hip, the neck of our femur bone. So that is right here on Herman. All right, so those osteoclasts go in and they start taking away the bone in this area. And doing exercises to strengthen the outside of your hip really help to build the bone in there and keep that joint nice and safe and stable so you don't break it, okay? Which is a huge problem in our culture right now. All right, so let's go ahead and lie on our side, and we're gonna do some side lying exercises to help strengthen our hips and keep them strong, all right? You wanna line yourself up with the back edge of your mat, and then you're going to bring your legs up at 90 degrees. So bring it up. Good. So these exercises are great if you do have osteoporosis, but they're even better if you don't have it yet to make sure that you don't get it, okay? Let's lift our waist, the left waist up slightly, and your goal is to keep that left waist lifted the whole time. Flex both feet, press your bottom leg into the ground so hard that your top leg pops off. Good. Now, you're gonna lift your right leg up hip height. Good, and start from there. And you're gonna try and keep your leg in parallel and your heel in line with your knee. So as you get going, you don't want that knee to start shooting up to the ceiling, or you don't want that heel to start shooting up to the ceiling, because our goal is to get the muscle right there, okay? Let's do 10 little pulses as you exhale here. Exhale, lift it. 1, and a 2, and a 3. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Lower that knee down as you inhale. Exhale, lift it back up. And lower it down as you inhale. And lift it up. And lower it down as you inhale. And lift it up. And lower it down as you inhale. And lift it. 10 more little pulses. 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7, and an 8, and a 9, and 10. Good. Bring your knee right in front of your hip. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're gonna press backwards through your heel, squeeze your glute and hamstring. Make sure that knee stays in line, so don't let it drop down. And then bring it back forward up at 90 degrees. You may feel a little stretch in the front of your quad. Don't go any further back than is comfortable, okay? Exhale, press back. But what you can do is squeeze that hamstring and give yourself a little stretch. And come back. And go again. Exhale, press that leg back. And bring it back forward. Nice work. One more time. Press back. It should be starting to feel delightful about now. And bring it back in. And go ahead and put your leg down. Now you're going to glue your heels together, glue your feet together, and just open your right knee side. As you do this, make sure your right hip doesn't drop backwards, and keep your left waist lifted to make sure we're getting our external rotators. And bring the leg down. Excellent. And exhale, lift it up. And inhale, bring it down. The more Malia smiles, the more fun she's having. Exhale, lift. She's having lots of fun right now. And lower down. And last one, exhale, lift, and bring it down. Going into your waves. Lift up your right knee. Now lift up your right heel to meet the height of your right knee. Bring your right knee down, and bring your right foot down. A little quicker. Lift up the knee, then the foot, then the knee, then the foot. One more. Knee, foot, knee, and reverse it. Right foot up and knee up. Right foot down and knee down. And foot and knee and foot. One more time. Foot and knee and foot. Good. And rest. Roll to your back, ladies. You're going to cross your right leg over your left and modify with what you need to, Eileen. Cross all the way over. Bring your knees into your chest. Grab onto your ankles. Good. And as you hold onto your ankles, you can pull your ankles more towards you and allow that right hip to stretch a little bit more. If you need to, you can just grab onto your shins, all right? But you should be feeling a stretch through that right hip because it needs it. Excellent. All right. Let's flip and face the other direction. Yep, heads towards me. Yep, go ahead, put your head down, lie on your side. Bring your knees right up in front of you at a 90-degree angle. Good. And go ahead and lift your waist. Good. Flex both feet. Keep the rib cage together. Good. Yes, I saw that. Press your bottom leg into the ground so hard that your top leg pops off. Keep your heel in line with your knee and 10 little pulses. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. And exhale, lift. And lower down. And lift. And lower down. And lift. And lower down. Good. And lift and keep it up there and pulse for 10. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yes, the second side's more fun. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Keep the leg up hip height. Here we go. Press back through your heel. Open the front of your left knee. And bring it back forward. Keep your belly button in. Exhale, press back. Pull your hamstrings back and your belly up. Get more of a stretch in the front of the left quad. Good. And come back in. And press back. 3. And come back in. Nice. One more time. Push back. And draw it back in. Good. Put your feet down. Excellent. Just open the left knee side. Open it side and bring it down. And open it side and bring it down. And down and side. Into the waves. Lift the knee. Lift the foot. Put the knee down. Put the foot down. And knee. And foot. And knee, and foot. Again, your knee, and foot, and knee, and foot. Last one this way, knee, and foot, and knee. Let's reverse it. Bring your foot up, and your knee up, and foot down, and knee down. Nicole's smiling now. Foot, and knee. Eileen doesn't smile. Foot, and knee, and foot, and knee. This is fun. Foot and knee. Last time, ladies. Foot and knee and foot. Good. And rest. Ooh, that looked like fun. Wish I would have been working with you. Just kidding. Lie on your back. Cross your left leg over your right now. Bring your knees into your chest. Grab your ankles. The more you pull your ankles up and towards you, the more excitement you'll get. Try and keep your tailbone down in neutral the best you can. Good, and let's go ahead and take a break. All right, ladies, let's flip on over to our tummies and do some single leg extension. So heads down that way, feet backwards towards me, and go ahead, bring both hands underneath your forehead and allow your forehead to rest on your hands. While you're here, make sure your belly button is up and in and your rib cage is supporting you, and keep that connection the whole time. Zip your inner thighs together as absolutely much as you can. Inhale, reach long with your right leg. Now exhale, lift it up backwards. As you do this, don't bend your knee. Hold there a second, make sure your tummy button is in. Double check your shoulders and make sure there's no tension there. Good. Reach out longer through the right leg and place it down. Let's try the left. Reach that left leg out of your hip. Now exhale, lift it up. Make sure you're using your hamstring right up there at the insertion of your sits bone. Good. And lower down. And again, reach the right leg out and lift it up. Point those toes long. Reach it out further and lower down. And reach the left one out. Exhale, lift it up, pull the tummy in, shoulders relaxed. Reach it further away from your center. Good. And lower down. Reach that right leg out. Lift it up. Let's do 10 little pulses with that leg. Exhale, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Tummy's tight. 5, 6, shoulders relaxed. 7, 8. I can tell if you're smiling or not. 10. Reach out and lower down. Left leg, reach it out, lift it up, and pulse. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach it further and lower down. Good job. Separate your legs wider, a little to the outside of your mat. Turn your legs out and bring your hands now by your shoulders. We're going to do swan dive preparation like we did last time. So elbows are down, hands are to the outside of your mat. Here we go. Roll your shoulders down and back, reach out through the crown of your head, and come on up into full extension. While you're here, see if you can lift your legs slightly off the ground to get more work in your hamstrings. And woo! Use that belly, girlfriend. Take a breath, bend your elbows, pull your tummy in more, reach out, and lower down. Good job.